these off-worlders have offered their meaningless names. Wim, Neil, KB, and Fern.
Just to be sure, there's a spoiler. Star Wars' newest TV show, Star Wars Skeleton Crew, has incredibly proven that it would work even without its adult main character, which is a truly remarkable feat. Skeleton Crew has released the first 7 of its 8 episodes, so the story has nearly come to an end. Even before the season is completed, though, it's clear that Skeleton Crew is Star Wars' best show since Andor. What makes this truly impressive is that Skeleton Crew didn't need Jude Law's Jod Na Nawood for the show to work. Often, shows that have casts comprising primarily children will rely upon the star power of a few adults to offset any potential inexperience. There's no doubt Jude Law is a brilliant actor, and Jod Na Nawood has been a fascinating and compelling part of Skeleton Crew since he was introduced in Episode 2. But the Skeleton Crew cast of characters could have stood on its own 2 feet, even without him.
What flag do you fly?
What flag do we fly? What does that mean? We don't fly a flag.
Welcome to Movie Spy. Jude Law is at his best, but the other stars are shining brightly too. The kids are an amazing part of Skeleton Crew. This is in no way intended to disparage Jude Law, who is excellent in Skeleton Crew, or disregard how important Jod Na Nawood has been to the story. After all, Skeleton Crew's Episode 7 cliffhanger, in which Jod is seen walking threateningly toward the kids and their parents with a lightsaber ignited, is a major part of what has audiences so excited to see what happens in the Skeleton Crew finale. It's also undeniable that viewers have taken to Skeleton Crew's 4 main kid characters, Neil, KB, Wim, and Fern.
I'm Wim. Are you guys like an army of kids battling the adults for control over the planet? What?
I'm Neil. All we want is to find our way home.
Neil, in particular, has captured the hearts of Star Wars audiences, becoming one of the franchise's most adorable characters and giving even Grogu a run for his money. Wim's adventurous spirit, Fern's bravery and leadership, and KB's quiet self-assuredness and perceptive nature have landed with viewers as well. Given Jude Law's acting chops and the hard sell that a cast of kids can be at times, it's impressive that the 4 young characters and actors in Skeleton Crew have had such an impact. In fact, the kids are such standouts in Skeleton Crew that even in Episode 6, when they struck out on their own, the episode was a success.
Stop fighting! Stop it! Okay? We all need to work together to get back to the ship.
Constantly pairing the kids with Jod Na Nawood would have been a much easier strategy for Skeleton Crew to take. But Star Wars took a gamble and made room for these young actors to shine on their own. Thus far, it has paid off beautifully, and it seems rather unlikely the final episode will be any different. So many of Skeleton Crew's best moments involve the kids playing off each other. The kids have acted like true kids from the very beginning. One of the best aspects of Skeleton Crew's kids is the fact that they have acted like children from the very beginning. They don't work because they act beyond their years. They work because they truly are kids. This began in the very first episode of Skeleton Crew, when Wim and Neil engaged in a pretend lightsaber battle with one another. That moment set the tone for all 4 kids in the show, and it has been maintained even as they each become braver and more confident. The kids' personalities also mesh well together without feeling like a repeat of previous dynamics seen in Star Wars. Fern is a Leia replacement in certain ways, and Wim shares plenty in common with Luke Skywalker, but none of the 4 kids feels derivative. Rather, the kids' aforementioned strengths and their respective weaknesses make the small group complex and engaging, and give the characters a sense of realism. Whether we get Skeleton Crew Season 2 or not, these kids have a bright future. We can't wait to see what these actors do next. With just 1 episode remaining, the most pressing question is whether Skeleton Crew will be renewed for Season 2. There are, of course, many factors to this. For one, Star Wars' upcoming TV shows suggest that either the franchise is becoming much more selective about the shows they release moving forward, or there are a number of announcements on the horizon, as only Ahsoka Season 2 and Andor Season 2 are currently confirmed. It's also possible that both things are true. Star Wars Celebration will take place in Japan in April of this year, which will give Star Wars the perfect opportunity to release a host of major announcements. Skeleton Crew Season 2 could easily be on that list. Another significant factor regarding a potential renewal is the age of the actors, however. Skeleton Crew finished filming in late January 2023, meaning the finale will be released nearly 2 years after filming wrapped. Obviously, the kids will have grown since then, which would require some story adjustments. That certainly doesn't mean a second season is out of the question, though, and Skeleton Crew Season 2 is far from off the table at this point. Whether Skeleton Crew gets another season or not, the show has proven that these young actors all deserve bright futures. It will be thrilling to see what they do next, and in the meantime, it will continue to be a marvel that this cast of kids holds up so well on its own that Jod Na Nawood isn't a necessity in every scene of Star Wars Skeleton Crew. Thanks for watching.